Hey, I'm glad you're here, because I have to tell you about something that genuinely changed how I experience everything on my TV. This is the Skywave X50. This is for the person who feels sound, not just hears it, the one who notices when explosions lack punch, when dialogue doesn't sit where it should, when music feels flat instead of alive. You're the kind of person who recognizes quality instinctively, and once you feel real immersive performance, anything weaker feels like it's holding you back. Before we go deeper, pause a second and check current price and stock. With gear this capable, availability can shift fast, and you don't want to be that viewer who waits and regrets it later. You knew it was time to upgrade the moment you realized your old setup just wasn't cutting it anymore. For me, it was trying to watch an action movie and feeling like every explosion was happening somewhere behind the room instead of around me. I was tired of missing footsteps in games, tired of cranking volume trying to decipher dialogue, tired of thinking there has to be more here. That's exactly when switching to the Skywave X50 hit differently. Right away, there was this wave of relief, like leaving that compromise phase behind. Dolby Atmos isn't just marketing buzz here, it places sound overhead and all around you in a way that feels intentional and alive. That 5.1.4 channel layout with the wireless surrounds and deep, rich low end doesn't just make scenes louder, it makes them real. You sit down, hit play, and suddenly the room fills in all the ways you forgot it should. Imagine gaming and actually hearing where the enemy is before you see them. Imagine movies that make your heartbeat sync with the soundtrack, and every room tone feels layered and expressive. Imagine music that wraps around you, not just blasting from the front. And because those surround speakers are wireless, you get full spatial depth without the cable chaos, which, trust me, changes your whole setup vibe. Now if you're even thinking about whether this is overkill for your space, let me reframe that. Once you feel the difference in how textured and alive your audio becomes, anything less starts to feel incomplete. Every time you wander over to another soundbar or system with weaker spatial support, you'll come right back to this because it just works in a way that sticks with you. And don't wait around for a price dip or an unlikely stock return. Premium systems like this often fluctuate in ways that leave you wishing you'd acted sooner. Don't let this be one of those upgrades that you push off and then think about months later with a sigh. There's a surprising benefit too, it smooths transitions between content. Switching from a quiet drama to a bombastic blockbuster no longer feels like changing worlds. Dialogue stays crisp. Ambience stays detailed. Whether it's whispered speech or a towering score, everything holds its own space. When you own something built at this level, you feel different in the room. You sit taller, you pay attention, you experience media instead of just watching it. That pride of ownership isn't about showing off, it's about knowing you chose something that genuinely elevates your everyday. You get immersion that doesn't ask you to strain for detail. You get surround depth that actually surrounds you. You get bass that thumps with authority without muddiness. You get wireless flexibility so your layout feels intentional, not cluttered. You get performance that stays consistent no matter what you play or watch. Sure, it's not the tiniest package you've ever seen, and once you hear what it does you'll immediately notice the difference every time you go back to lesser gear. But that's exactly the point, at some moment you just choose what already feels right. So check price and stock now, and if it's available, make the move. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you think about later and regret delaying. You're exactly the kind of person who recognizes what real sound feels like, and the Skywave X50 delivers it.